Hej, hi, witanki. Welcome to the next installment in my Hero Academia. Nice. Welcome to the next installment in the My Hero Academia reaction series. So this is episode 5. In the last one, we've seen the practical part of the entrance exam into the UA. I got extremely cross with All Might for his questionable conduct when it comes to everything he did to and about Izuku. Also, we found out that the exam contained rescue points that no one knew about. Well, I mean, none of the hopefuls knew anything about them. So anyway, Izuku got in due to said rescue points because he punched the lights out of a zero-pointer robot that was threatening to harm Floaty Girl. He broke 3 limbs in the process because freaking All Might and his freaky quirk that Izuku didn't have any time to practice with, and he's a freaking nerd about quirks, isn't he? But no, All Might just had to give it to him the morning of the exam, so Izuku didn't have any time to figure anything out. The logic is questionable. Also, Izuku's mother doesn't know anything at this point. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more of those. If you want to see episodes early and uncut, consider becoming a patron on my Patreon page, which is linked down below. With that said, let's begin. He's first place. The explodey boy. Extremely in character. Oh, so Izuku's 7th place. Who's this mysterious presence? Too easy, it's a pair. Oh, so he was... yeah. That's my thought exactly. Yeah, it did. Of course not. We need practice. Oh, so right now it's just either on or off by default, and he can't actually control whether or not it's like at, I don't know, 30% instead of 100. Yeah, a pair of idiots, those two are. So, how does that work? All Might still has his quirk, right? He's still able to flex and change into his All Might form, right? So he still has his quirk. What does Izuku have? The mechanics of this are just, they escape me at the moment. I hope it'll be explained in the future. Aww. One A. Ida Tenya. So the engine leg boy is Ida Tenya. Okay, noted. Literally. Oh, he's the last one there. It gives him too much credit here, I think. The plain looking one. The nice person. Their nicknames for each other are just adorable. And here Bakugou is. feeling jealous, suspicious, whatever that emotion was. Huh. So he is jealous. Huh. So he's both suspicious and jealous. Okay, nice to know. Huh? Oh, is that... What the hell is this? Huh. Aizawa-shouta. Where did that come from? Hmm. Oh, makes sense. It's going to be like a kilometer or something. Or maybe more. Oh, no, less than that. Okay. I was off. But then again, this is still skewing very much physical, right? I guess it kind of makes sense for heroes to have to be physically fit, right? But at the same time, this is their first test as students. So like, what's up with that? What about testing their, I don't know, critical thinking? They seem to be extremely biased towards physical attributes of people, while at the same time, kind of seemingly thus far, very much neglecting every other part of being a hero, like compassion, I guess. The rescue points were a test for that. But what about intellect? What about crisis mitigation? All of that stuff. Why emphasize physical so much? Okay, moving on. Like, you see what I'm saying? This makes no sense. It's like they're betting everything on physical attributes. Like, if you have like an enhanced intellect or something, this will make no sense at all for testing your quirk in any way, or testing your overall abilities, and then they're threatening expulsion. What's up with that? Engine? Oh, so I was correct in calling him Engine Leg Boy. Are we going to get an explanation for everyone in Class 1A? Oh, we get a name and a quirk name. Zero gravity. Is that literal? Is she manipulating gravity? Or is there something else going on and her quirk is just called that because it looks like she's manipulating gravity? Questions, questions. Ah, so that's the downside. Why do the subtitles say Aogama? He's not Aogama, he's Aoyama. You can see it written right here. Aoyama. Yama as in a mountain. Do I need to switch the site? I'm watching on Netflix currently, and I haven't noticed any real problems with the subtitles there, but this is like basic stuff. Extremely basic. Yama is like the first word you ever learn. Like one of the first 5, I think it was. Did they miss Y on the keyboard and press G instead? Okay. Interesting. So both Aoyama and Uraraka have like drawbacks connected to their quirks. quirk explosion makes sense. It's very literal. Yeah, he's in a pickle. Allmight, helpful as ever. Huh? Why do I feel like they're talking past each other? Like they're both not fully comprehending what the other means. Eh? I'm not gonna judge. Interesting. Whatever the hell that was. So, is it gravity? Is it really? Is she like cancelling gravity for a given object? Is that what's happening? But then that can't be it though, because not all objects she touches fly into the stratosphere. Most of them she lifts this high, or maybe like a couple of meters high at max. Does she control it? Is she lessening the gravity? She can't be cancelling gravity. She can't be cancelling it out because, like I said, for this ball that she threw just then, I'd believe that. Because if it shows infinity, that means that the gravitational pull is not affecting it. But like when she floats a meter in the air, that's not the case at all. Otherwise, she'd be flying out into straight up space. And she doesn't do that. And the objects that she touches with her power don't do that either, usually. So can she control the extent to which a certain object is affected by gravity? Is that what's happening? It's not that she's cancelling it out necessarily, it's just that she can if she wanted to. Anyway, I'm just fascinated by her power because it does not make much sense. Okay, I'll stop. Huh? I wonder where this plotline goes in terms of Bakugou knowing that he's quirkless, or at least is supposed to be, and being confronted with the fact that Izuku isn't. Huh? What just happened? Couldn't agree more. Not in terms of Izuku being accepted, but just the logic is pretty lacking overall in this whole endeavor. The erasure hero. So he's a hero who can erase quirks. Is that it? How though? Harsh, but true. What's he gonna do though? What's he gonna do? So he put everything into one finger? That's gonna mess it up a lot. And it did. So he pretty much made it so that he has like 10 chances at saving people. He's pretty insane, isn't he? Like, he's definitely driven, but I don't think it's healthy necessarily what he's doing. It's brutally effective, but again, that's only 10 chances at applying his power. But that's pretty much it for this episode. and yeah, it was a slower one compared to the previous ones, but still interesting. We found out many people's quirks now that I look at my notes. The flawed girl is called Uraraka ochako, and her quirk fascinates me like no other. Like, I have a lot of questions about One for All, because as far as we know at this point, it's the only transferable quirk, at least so far, right? How does that function? Why does that work? What does it depend on? And what is it exactly? Is it, like All Might said, the stacking of the physical power of every previous user? I mean, it makes some amount of sense, but not much, if I'm being totally honest. Also, their homeroom teacher is interesting. He's a personality for sure. His quirk is erasing other people's quirks, which I wonder how that functions. He had red eyes when he did that to Izuku, but at the same time, this 1A student with freaky arms, can their teacher erase that quirk? Like, it's just physically there. It's this person's body. Would he be turned temporarily into like a baseline quirkless human? Or what would happen? I have so many questions, like always, but it was fun. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel for more. For early access and uncut reactions, consider becoming a patron on my Patreon, which is linked down below in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.